and I'm representing the Parton and Owens family today, announcing the passing of my Aunt Dolly, Rebecca Parton Dean.
The world was shattered when the beloved Queen of Country tragically passed away, marking the heartbreaking end of an extraordinary era. With a staggering net worth of $650 million and 11 highly coveted Grammy Awards, Dolly Parton remains a timeless symbol of musical genius and boundless philanthropy. But what exactly propelled a young girl with a coat of many colors, from immense hardship to the absolute pinnacle of global superstardom? To truly understand the phenomenal trajectory of this legendary artist, we must first journey back to the rugged, unforgiving terrain of rural Tennessee, where her story began in the most humble of circumstances. Born the fourth of 12 children in a remarkably cramped one-room cabin nestled deep within the Great Smoky Mountains, she entered a world defined by extreme poverty and relentless daily struggles. Her father, Robert Lee, was a hard-working tobacco farmer who, despite being entirely illiterate, possessed an incredible business acumen and a tireless work ethic that kept the large family afloat. Her father's quiet strength served as a constant reminder that dignity was earned through hard work. Her mother, Avie Lee, was the true emotional anchor of the household. Avie Lee instilled in her children a profound sense of resilience, boundless imagination, and an unwavering hope for a brighter future. It was her mother who frequently gathered the children around to sing hymns and share captivating folk tales, single-handedly nurturing the young girl's burgeoning musical talent and teaching her that wealth was measured in love rather than material possessions. Singing in the local church choir offered her a rare sanctuary where her voice could soar above the crushing weight of their financial destitution. The challenges she faced during her formative years were extraordinary. Growing up without electricity or running water meant that basic survival was a daily chore, requiring incredible physical endurance and mental fortitude from a very young age. One of the most defining challenges she encountered involved her social standing among peers. Because her family could barely afford basic necessities, her mother resourcefully sewed together a patchwork garment out of discarded rags. While she wore this garment with immense pride, believing it to be a beautiful creation crafted from love, she was mercilessly bullied and mocked by her classmates, who recognized it as a glaring symbol of her poverty. Instead of allowing this cruel humiliation to crush her spirit, she channeled her deep emotional pain into strength, refusing to let the shallow judgments of others define her worth. Another profound hurdle was navigating a society that offered very few opportunities for impoverished young women. Her immense talent was evident, yet the path to showcasing it was obstructed by a severe lack of financial resources and industry connections. However, fueled by the relentless determination she inherited from her parents, she made the monumental decision to leave her sheltered mountain community the very morning after her high school graduation. Armed with nothing more than a cardboard suitcase filled with a few ragged clothes and an overwhelming dream, she embarked on a terrifying yet exhilarating journey to the bustling city. The sheer courage required to step into the unknown, facing potential failure and rejection without any safety net, solidified the fierce independence and unstoppable drive that would ultimately become the hallmark of her enduring legacy. Through every trial, the unwavering support of her family and the harsh lessons learned in the mountains forged an unbreakable spirit capable of moving mountains of its own. Stepping away from the shadows of her impoverished upbringing, her ascent in the entertainment industry was a masterclass in sheer perseverance and unmatched creative brilliance. Her professional journey officially commenced in 1967, when she secured her first major television opportunity, joining a highly popular syndicated country music program. Initially brought on to replace a beloved departing female vocalist, she faced intense resistance from a fiercely loyal audience. Yet, with her undeniable charm, distinctive vocal tone, and razor-sharp wit, she slowly but surely won over the hearts of viewers across the nation, transforming a challenging debut into a triumphant launching pad for her solo ambitions. The subsequent years were marked by a series of monumental milestones that forever altered the landscape of country music. As she honed her songwriting craft, she began releasing incredibly poignant and deeply personal tracks that resonated universally. The release of her iconic track about a desperate plea to a stunning rival, followed closely by a hauntingly beautiful farewell ballad, skyrocketed her into an entirely new stratosphere of fame. These masterpieces not only dominated the charts, but completely shattered the invisible barriers separating country music from mainstream pop appeal. By the late 1970s, she boldly transitioned into Hollywood, making a spectacularly successful acting debut in a blockbuster workplace comedy. Her involvement in this cinematic venture was not merely limited to acting. She penned the film's infectious, driving title track, which became an international working-class anthem, cementing her status as a multifaceted entertainment powerhouse capable of conquering any medium she touched. Her achievements are nothing short of breathtaking, reflecting a career built on unyielding ambition and extraordinary talent. Over the decades, she amassed a staggering collection of accolades, including 11 highly coveted Grammy Awards out of 50 astonishing nominations. Furthermore, her exceptional ability to write thousands of original compositions set her apart from her contemporaries, ensuring that she owned the vast majority of her intellectual property. A highly unusual and remarkably savvy move for a female artist during that era. This strategic foresight allowed her to generate extraordinary wealth, firmly establishing her as one of the most powerful executives in the music business. Additionally, she launched her own television production company and record label, further solidifying her absolute control over her creative output and public image. The staggering success of her songwriting catalog, particularly when a legendary pop diva famously covered her heartfelt ballad, generated tens of millions of dollars in continuous royalties. By consistently breaking sales records, selling over 100 million records worldwide, and commanding incredibly lucrative touring contracts, she transformed her immense artistic gifts into an unprecedented financial empire. Her brilliant business acumen also led to the creation of her very own massively successful theme park, a venture that significantly expanded her empire beyond the confines of the recording studio. Every strategic move was calculated with precision, ensuring that her brand remained synonymous with quality, authenticity, and enduring appeal. The sheer magnitude of her influence extended far beyond domestic borders, as she embarked on massively successful international tours that brought her unique brand of storytelling to global audiences, earning her international prestige and adoration. Her journey from a struggling backup singer to an autonomous, profoundly influential mogul serves as an inspiring testament to the power of unwavering self-belief, relentless dedication, and the brilliant execution of a visionary master plan. She didn't merely participate in the entertainment industry, she completely redefined its parameters and built an entirely new kingdom upon her own uncompromising terms. Transitioning seamlessly from the extraordinary achievements of her multifaceted career to the luxurious fruits of her lifelong labor, let us explore the magnificent estates that reflect her spectacular success. The Brentwood Sanctuary, $20 million nestled deep within a highly exclusive and fiercely guarded enclave. This magnificent estate stands as the ultimate testament to unparalleled luxury and sophisticated living. Upon stepping through the grand double doors, visitors are immediately greeted by a breathtaking foyer featuring a sweeping double staircase and soaring vaulted ceilings that create an atmosphere of immense grandeur. The open-concept formal living room boasts monumental floor-to-ceiling windows that perfectly frame the lush, sprawling grounds beyond, flooding the space with natural light. A towering, handcrafted stone fireplace anchors the room, providing a warm, inviting focal point amidst the opulent surroundings. Flowing seamlessly from the living area is the heart of the home, an absolute masterpiece of a chef's kitchen. This culinary haven is equipped with dual oversized marble islands, top-of-the-line professional-grade appliances, and custom-designed cabinetry that seamlessly blends modern convenience with timeless elegance. Adjacent to the kitchen lies a stunning formal dining room, featuring intricate crown molding and an exquisite crystal chandelier, providing the perfect setting for hosting lavish dinner parties. Every inch of the Brentwood Sanctuary was meticulously designed to ensure maximum comfort and aesthetic perfection. Intricate wainscoting and custom millwork line the hallways, guiding guests toward an incredibly luxurious home theater, equipped with tiered, plush leather seating, cutting-edge acoustic treatments, and a massive projection screen for private screenings. Moving deeper into the residence, the master suite serves as an incredibly private and serene retreat. This massive space includes a separate seating area, a private morning kitchen, and a magnificent ensuite bathroom, designed to rival the world's most exclusive spas. The bathroom features a massive freestanding soaking tub, a multi-jet steam shower, and dual vanities crafted from rare imported stone. The interior spaces flow effortlessly through sliding glass walls to an incredible outdoor oasis, centered around a breathtaking outdoor pool that features elegant water features, a built-in sunken seating area, and a state-of-the-art heating system, ensuring year-round enjoyment in absolute privacy. The Nashville Lakeside Haven, $12 million, is situated right along the serene shores of a highly coveted reservoir. This spectacular residence flawlessly combines opulent luxury with a deep sense of tranquil comfort. The entryway leads directly into a massive, sun-drenched great room, characterized by magnificent exposed wooden beams and an expansive open floor plan, designed for effortless entertaining. The gourmet kitchen in this home is a culinary enthusiast's dream, featuring exquisite quartz countertops, a generous farmhouse sink, and a vast central island that doubles as a casual gathering space. Just steps away, a beautifully appointed breakfast nook offers breathtaking panoramic views of the water through expansive, strategically placed windows. For intimate evenings, a deeply cozy den offers a plush environment, anchored by a secondary, elegantly carved wooden fireplace. The architectural brilliance of the home is evident in its clever use of natural light, utilizing carefully positioned skylights that cast a warm, inviting glow throughout the interior spaces, regardless of the time of day. The guest wing of the residence ensures absolute comfort for visitors, featuring multiple spacious bedrooms, each boasting private en-suite bathrooms, equipped with radiant heated floors and premium fixtures. The primary suite is a true masterpiece of design, encompassing a massive sleeping quarter, a private sitting room, and an extravagant bathroom, equipped with a deep soaking tub and a rainfall shower system. The entire rear of the house is designed to maximize the connection to the magnificent surroundings, featuring walls of glass that retract fully, creating an uninterrupted transition to a massive covered patio. The Smoky Mountain Retreat, $8 million, embracing the profound roots of her upbringing, while sparing absolutely no expense in modern luxury. This extraordinary mountain estate is a masterclass in rustic elegance and sophisticated charm. The interior design heavily incorporates magnificent reclaimed wood, massive stone accents, and vaulted ceilings that echo the grandeur of a highly exclusive alpine lodge. The primary living space is an expansive, breathtaking room dominated by a colossal stone hearth that stretches from the floor to the peak of the ceiling, creating a deeply comforting yet awe-inspiring atmosphere. The kitchen features incredibly charming vintage-inspired luxury appliances, a massive butcher block central island, and custom woodwork that pays homage to traditional craftsmanship while offering every conceivable modern amenity. An expansive, formal dining area sits adjacent to the kitchen, comfortably accommodating large family gatherings under the soft glow of a custom wrought iron chandelier. The bedrooms within this estate are designed as cozy, deeply comfortable sanctuaries. The primary master suite boasts intricate ceiling details and a truly magnificent spa-inspired bathroom, featuring a stunning custom copper-soaking tub and a massive, glass-enclosed shower with custom tile work. Moving from her magnificent homes to her preferred modes of transportation, her exquisite garage reflects a profound appreciation for timeless elegance, unparalleled comfort, and the undeniable prestige that accompanies a lifetime of monumental success. The Aston Martin DBX, $200,000 at the absolute top of her curated collection, rests a masterpiece of British engineering that seamlessly blends high society elegance with the commanding presence of a luxury utility vehicle. This magnificent automobile served as her preferred choice for making highly distinguished arrivals at major charity galas and exclusive industry events. The interior is a masterclass in bespoke craftsmanship, featuring incredibly plush, hand-stitched leather seating that practically embraces the passenger. For an icon in her twilight years, the elevated ride height provided effortless entry and exit, while the beautifully appointed cabin offered a deeply serene environment. It perfectly matched her larger-than-life persona, delivering an undeniable aura of prestige, without ever sacrificing the deep, soothing comfort she rightfully demanded after decades in the blinding spotlight. The BMW i7, $120,000, serving as the ultimate modern sanctuary. This ultra-luxurious electric sedan was chosen specifically for its whisper-quiet operation and cutting-edge passenger amenities. As someone whose entire life was defined by sound and music, she deeply appreciated the absolute silence this vehicle provided, allowing her a rare opportunity to rest her ears and completely decompress. The rear passenger compartment functions as an exclusive, state-of-the-art lounge, complete with deeply reclining executive seats and an advanced climate control system that ensures absolute physical comfort. It was the perfect mobile haven for a tireless philanthropist, offering a peaceful, vibration-free environment where she could review foundation documents or simply close her eyes and find genuine tranquility while smoothly navigating bustling city streets. The Chevrolet Suburban High Country, $85,000 completing her private garage, is a wonderfully spacious, iconic American flagship that warmly honors her deep connection to family and unpretentious roots. Despite her astronomical wealth, she always maintained a profound desire for simple, shared comforts. This massive, dependable vehicle was her absolute preferred choice for personal weekend getaways and quiet gatherings tucked away in the serene mountains. Featuring 3 generous rows of plush, premium seating and an advanced acoustic sound system, it effortlessly accommodated her beloved nieces, nephews, and extended family members for long drives. It tells the deeply moving story of a global icon who, above all the glamorous fame, ultimately cherished the pure joy of a safe, comfortable journey surrounded by the people she loved most. Delving into the personal realm, her deeply guarded private life provides a fascinating contrast to her incredibly vibrant and ubiquitous public persona, highlighting the profound relationships and deep community ties that have always anchored her soul. At the very core of her existence was her incredibly enduring marriage to her intensely private husband, Carl Thomas. The couple famously married in 1966 at a quiet, unassuming church in Georgia, a deeply intimate celebration that stood in stark contrast to the massive spectacles that would later define her career. Over the ensuing decades, their extraordinary bond remained entirely unbreakable, surviving the notoriously turbulent pressures of the entertainment industry. The dynamic of her marriage was entirely unique. While she commanded the world's attention on massive global stages, her husband actively shunned the spotlight, choosing to support her quietly from the peaceful confines of their sprawling estates. This brilliant balance allowed her to maintain a crucial sense of normalcy and profound grounding despite the chaotic whirlwind of global fame. Their relationship, built on mutual respect and immense independence, served as a powerful testament to enduring love. While they never welcomed children of their own, they fiercely embraced their roles as devoted aunt and uncle, and she ultimately became a towering figure of maternal love and immense comfort for millions of devoted fans across the globe. Despite her near-universal adoration, she was not entirely immune to controversy. Throughout her highly publicized career, she frequently faced intense criticism and relentless tabloid scrutiny regarding her famously exaggerated physical appearance and unapologetic use of cosmetic enhancements. Detractors often harshly labeled her aesthetic as entirely artificial or highly inappropriate for a serious artist. However, instead of retreating or issuing defensive apologies, she brilliantly owned the narrative. She famously quipped that it cost a lot of money to look that cheap, effectively disarming her harshest critics with razor-sharp self-awareness and brilliant humor. By completely embracing the very things she was criticized for, she remarkably transformed a potential scandal into her most powerful trademark, solidifying her reputation for absolute authenticity and radical self-acceptance. Beyond her personal relationships, her monumental involvement in community and cultural upliftment remains one of her most defining characteristics. She actively dedicated immense resources to early childhood literacy, launching an incredibly ambitious organization that successfully mailed millions of free books to children around the world, fundamentally altering the educational trajectories of countless young minds. Furthermore, her astonishing generosity was highlighted when she donated an unprecedented $1 million to a prestigious medical center to fund critical research for a global vaccine, directly contributing to saving millions of lives during a highly devastating health crisis. Her cultural impact went far beyond mere financial donations. She became a highly unifying figure in an increasingly divided world. By consciously choosing to focus on universal themes of love, forgiveness, and mutual respect, she successfully bridged massive cultural and political divides, earning the profound respect of people from all walks of life. Her personal life, remarkably free of the bitter feuds and destructive behaviors that often plague major celebrities, was a masterclass in graceful living. She has been repeatedly honored by numerous prestigious global organizations for her deeply ingrained humanitarian values and her unwavering commitment to utilizing her vast wealth for the greater good. Her immensely rich personal life perfectly mirrors the profound warmth, sharp intelligence, and boundless generosity she consistently brought to her legendary career. The deep loyalty she showed her husband, the fierce protection of her family, and the staggering impact of her charitable endeavors beautifully humanized the superstar. Her offstage reality was a continuous reflection of the radiant, deeply compassionate spirit that initially captivated the world, proving that the heart beating beneath the rhinestones was entirely genuine, deeply empathetic, and forever dedicated to uplifting humanity. Transitioning to the most heartbreaking chapter of this remarkable story, the world was suddenly forced to confront a reality it never wished to face. The immense light that had radiated across the entertainment landscape for over half a century was unexpectedly extinguished. On August 25, 2026, the devastating news sent absolute shockwaves across the entire globe. The undisputed Queen of Country had passed away at the age of 80. The tragic announcement was officially delivered to a grieving public by her immensely devoted nephew, Brian Seaver, who shared the deeply sorrowful update on behalf of the entirely shattered family. In a highly emotional public statement, he revealed the agonizing truth that she had peacefully departed her earthly life while receiving care at the Vanderbilt Ingram Cancer Center in Nashville, Tennessee. The cause of her tragic death was attributed to a brief, yet incredibly fierce, and bravely fought battle with cancer. She spent her final moments surrounded by the profound love of her fiercely loyal family members, gracefully transitioning away from the world she had spent decades actively striving to improve. The suddenness of her passing was deeply profoundly felt by her millions of devoted fans, especially considering that her medical struggles had been kept incredibly private, shielded from the relentless glare of the media. The immediate aftermath of her tragic death was marked by an unprecedented global outpouring of profound grief, deep respect, and immense gratitude. Tributes instantly flooded in from absolute every corner of the earth, spanning from the highest echelons of political power to the most remote, humble country towns that first championed her music. Fellow legendary musicians, highly acclaimed actors, and ordinary citizens alike publicly shared deeply moving stories of her staggering generosity, her razor-sharp wit, and the immensely comforting power of her timeless voice. The profound tragedy of losing such an immensely compassionate soul was deeply amplified by the realization that her work was never truly finished. She had continuously spoken of numerous future projects, endless philanthropic goals, and a deep, burning desire to continue entertaining the world. Her final, immensely courageous battle behind closed doors stood as a poignant testament to her fierce independence and her intense desire to protect her loved ones from the heavy burden of public sorrow. Ultimately, her passing was not just the loss of a superstar, but the profoundly heartbreaking departure of a universally beloved matriarch. The tragic loss created an immeasurable void within the music industry and the broader cultural zeitgeist. She was not merely a highly successful singer, she was an entirely irreplaceable cultural institution, a towering beacon of unyielding optimism, and a relentless champion for the marginalized and the forgotten. As news programs continuously broadcasted endless retrospectives of her deeply impactful life, and major global landmarks dimmed their brilliant lights in solemn tribute, the sheer magnitude of her profound absence became painfully clear. While her deeply tragic death marked the definitive end of an incredibly spectacular era, the immensely powerful legacy she meticulously built ensures that her vibrant spirit will never truly fade. Her staggering musical catalog, her highly transformative philanthropic foundations, and the countless lives she directly touched serve as an enduring, beautiful monument to a life profoundly well-lived, proving that true legends never truly die. They simply transition into the eternal embrace of history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into such an incredibly inspiring and profoundly impactful life, please hit that like button, subscribe to the Celeb Insiders, and watch our other videos.